As we move deeper into the sacred twilight of our lives, we begin to understand that time, that quiet yet unrelenting force, does not merely age our bodies, it transforms our spirits, slowly peeling back the layers of illusion we spent decades building and exposing the eternal truths that lie beneath. For many older souls, this revelation comes not through loud proclamations or sudden enlightenment, but through a gentle, sometimes painful unraveling of everything that once seemed certain. The routines that once anchored our days shift, familiar voices grow silent, and the once crowded table becomes quieter as chairs are left unfilled. It is in these subtle, solemn changes that a divine truth whispers its way into our awareness. Life is not a series of accidents, but a sacred sequence of lessons, each soul and circumstance carrying with it a purpose beyond what the eyes can see. As elders, we are not merely witnesses to these lessons, we are keepers of them, carriers of wisdom carved by loss, shaped by solitude, and polished by prayer. It often begins with a quiet moment, a walk in the garden where you feel the absence of someone who once shared the path beside you, or a long pause at the dinner table where a loved one's voice used to echo. The world around you has changed, yet within that silence emerges a gentle voice, not your own, not earthly, but divine, reminding you that everything you've lost has a reason, and everything you've kept still holds meaning. Many elderly individuals, especially those in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, find themselves asking deeply spiritual questions late at night. Why did this happen? Why did they leave? Why does my heart still ache for those I can no longer hold? And while the answers may not arrive immediately, what eventually emerges is a clarity that could only come with age. Sometimes God's greatest gifts are hidden in life's most painful removals. The people we once thought were permanent fixtures in our lives often turn out to be temporary messengers, placed by the divine not to stay forever, but to bring us closer to the truth of who we are without them. They served their purpose, fulfilled their assignment in our soul's growth, and were then called elsewhere, sometimes to another lesson, another person, or another plane entirely. And while it is human to grieve their departure, it is spiritual to honor their purpose. For every loss, God leaves behind a seed, of wisdom, of strength, of peace that surpasses understanding, and it is only in the quiet soil of solitude that these seeds begin to grow. You may find yourself reflecting on people you once loved deeply, friends, partners, children, siblings, who are no longer part of your daily life, and feel the sting of their absence like a cold wind across the soul. But instead of asking why they left, ask instead what their presence taught you, what their absence is revealing to you now, and what new space has been made in your life for something greater to emerge. It is in this space that God begins to write new stories, not always with new people, but sometimes with a new version of you. Because every goodbye initiates a rebirth within, a shedding of old emotional skin so that your soul can breathe freely again, without the weight of what no longer serves it. The elderly heart is tender, yes, but it is also resilient, capable of profound transformation, able to turn even the deepest wounds into wells of compassion. And it is often in our older years that we become the most spiritually awake, because it is then that distractions fade, noise settles, and what remains is what truly matters: faith, love, and divine purpose. You see, the farther you walk down the path of life, the clearer the road becomes. It is no longer about accumulating relationships or achievements, it is about understanding the meaning behind them all. Why did that friend walk away after 30 years? Why did your own children become distant? Why did that spouse pass on when you still had so much left to share? The truth is, dear soul, their departure was not random, not cruel, not punishment, it was placement. God removed what you could not, for your protection, your elevation, your peace. And though it hurt, it also cleared the path for something higher, a deeper relationship with yourself, with your Creator, and with the remaining moments of your life that still hold immense beauty. As you sip tea alone by the window or fold your hands quietly in prayer before bed, you are not lonely, you are sacredly accompanied by a God who sees every tear, hears every sigh, and knows every secret ache. You are not forgotten in your solitude, you are being refined. For the wisdom you now carry is not of books or sermons, but of living. And that wisdom must now be shared, with younger souls, with fellow elders, with the world, because in your eyes lives the light of survival, and in your heart lives the map of how to keep going, even when the people you loved most are no longer walking beside you. You have lived through loss not to be broken by it, but to become a vessel of compassion for others who will walk this road after you. And yes, God still has work for you. Your journey is not finished. Every breath you take is a divine affirmation that your purpose continues. You may feel slower now, more fragile, but your spirit has never been stronger. In fact, it is only now, in these later years, that your spirit can finally speak without interruption. And what it says is this: I have loved, I have lost, I have learned, and I am still becoming. Let the world see the beauty of that becoming. Do not hide your age, celebrate it. Do not mourn what left, honor it. Do not fear the future, walk into it with the grace of someone who knows that God has always led you right where you needed to be. For every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every silent phone, there was divine reason. Trust that, embrace that, and know that even now, something beautiful is unfolding, not outside you, but within. Your peace is coming, your joy is returning, and your story, though quieter now, is more powerful than ever. So if these words touched your heart, if they reminded you that you are still needed, still seen, still deeply loved by the divine, then please subscribe to Noor Shah TV and click the bell icon so you never miss a moment of healing truth like this. Let's continue walking this sacred path together, one reflection at a time.